Hello students, welcome to Home Science class. Today also we will be continuing with the Unit 7 Principles and Methods of Preparation of the Food. In this chapter, we have already covered the introduction, selection of the foods on the basis of physical quality and the processing quality, and then the preliminary preparation of the food. In that, cleaning, peeling and stringing, cutting and grating, sieving, soaking, processing, coating, blanching, marinating, grinding, drying and filtering. In this class, we will be discussing the principles, reasons and some of the methods of cooking. See, cooking is defined as the transfer of energy from a heat source to the food. Cooking changes the taste, aroma and appearance of the food. The method you select gives the finished product a specific texture, appearance, aroma and flavor. The principles to be followed while cooking any kind of the food items are, in that very first and foremost, is the cooking should be done in such a way that the flavor or the aroma of the food must be retained in the food what you are cooking. The aroma of the food will stimulate the secretion of the digestive juices which help in the digestion of the food. When coming to the nutritive value of the food, that should be preserved as much as possible. How? By using the proper cooking methods. Knowledge of the heat effects or the effect of heat on different nutrients is very much essential or necessary during this process. While sieving, the sieving fluid which could be resulting in the loss of B complex vitamins as bran, which is removed during sieving, is rich in B complex vitamin. So, you could use that if possible. Use of the soda during cooking will result in the loss of B complex vitamins. Food should be cooked in shortest possible duration to minimize the nutrient loss or loss of heat sensitive nutrients. And washing of the vegetables as well as the fruits is advisable to wash before peeling and cutting. And when you are cooking, then only at that particular time you must peel or cut the vegetables. You must not peel or cut the vegetables long before cooking. And you must cut the vegetables into larger pieces than the smaller pieces or smaller ones. By cutting the vegetables into larger pieces, you could retain the nutrition or the nutrients in the foodstuffs. While cooking, you will be using some water. We must use minimum amount of water while cooking, and if there is excess of water, that has to be again reused for making soups or sambar or any other food items like this. For fruits, wherever possible, you must not remove the skin, as in case of the apple. So, what are all the principles? While cooking, you must take care of the flavor or aroma of the food which could help in the digestion process by secretion of the digestive juices, and you must give much importance to the nutritive value of the food to preserve the nutritional value in the food as much as possible. And when coming to the reasons for cooking food, people cook food for so many reasons, and why it is best to eat some foods raw such as fruits and vegetables. There are some of the advantages to cook the food or in cooking the food. Some of the reasons may be digestibility of the food. The digestibility of the food should increase. Cooked food is easy to chew and swallow. Heat will soften the food. For example, starchy foods such as the cereals absorb the water, swell and softens, thereby helping the digestion process. To make the food more digestible, example, tough cuts of meat, hard staples such as rice and cassava, cooking these foods make it easier for the body to use it and get all the nutrients from it. The next one is clean killing the microorganism free from microorganisms. To make the food free from microorganisms by the application of the heat. For example, boiling the milk help in the killing of pathogenic microorganisms which is present in the food. To increase the taste and palatability of the food and to provide variety. The same raw foods can be cooked into variety of dishes. And to change or improve the taste of the food, for example, flour being used to make the cake. A cake tastes far more delicious than raw flour. Another example includes the cooking sugar to make brownie used to steam meat. The sugar no longer sweet, but its new taste is desirable when cooking the beef, etc. To change the appearance or to enhance the appearance of the food. For example, using rice to make the fried rice. And preserving mango to make the jam and to change the texture of the food. For example, using corn meal to make pastels. Raw corn meal is very creamy and cooks, but when it is cooked with the liquid, it becomes softer, smoother and more palatable. And to make food safer to consume or safer to eat. One of the good example is that this can be found in where the eggs are boiled and raw meat, poultry, all this should be cooked to make them safer for the consumption since they contain bacteria that can be harmful to us. For instance, eating raw egg could cause salmonella poisoning, which symptoms may be vomiting and diarrhea, nausea and general illness. Therefore, to avoid this, you can cook and you can also increase the shelf life of the foods like the jams from the fruits. Adding the sugar and heating the guava, and here that will be having a longer shelf life than the raw guava. So, results are to increase the digestibility and killing of the microorganisms, improving the taste and palatability of the food as well as to provide the variety. The next one is the methods of cooking, which is very important topic. There are number of different methods of cooking. Based on the media used for the heat transfer, the methods of the cooking have been broadly classified into air, water, steam, oil and combination of these methods and as well as the unconventional medium. In this, very first one is the air. It consists of roasting, baking, broiling or grilling methods of cooking. And when coming to the water as a medium, it consists of boiling, simmering, steaming. And when coming to the steam as a medium of cooking, the methods are steaming and pressure cooking. And when coming to the oil, it is deep fat frying and shallow fat frying. And next, when coming to the combination, this is a combination of any of these things. And then the unconventional medium, where the solar and microwave are some of the examples. And so, very first one is the air. This is also known as cooking by dry air. Here, the heated air is used as a medium where roasting, baking, broiling or grilling, etc. In this, very first one is the roasting and toasting. Here, the foods are cooked on the basis of the heat without covering it. Example, roasting of groundnuts, cashew nuts and pista, etc. on a hot tawa. Dry chapati, roti, naan, etc. are also prepared by this method. Roasting is a cooking method that uses dry heat. When hot air covers the food, cooking it evenly on all the sides with the high temperature from an open flame, moving or other heat sources. Roasting can enhance the flavor through caramelization and Maillard browning on the surface of the food. There are few advantages of roasting or toasting. This improves the color, flavor as well as texture of the food. It reduces the moisture content of the food, thereby increases and improve keeping quality such as rava. It becomes easy to, for example, coriander seeds for the powdering of this. After roasting coriander or cumin seeds, it will be easy for the powdering. It is one of the quick method of cooking. The only disadvantage is that it needs constant attention and there will be some of the nutrient losses will be there from the foodstuffs. The next one is the baking. Baking means it is a method of cooking in which hot air surrounds the foodstuff from all the sides. Oven or a hot sand bath could be used in this method. Egg preparation, for example, the preparation of the bread, biscuit, cake, etc. Baking improve the texture and flavor. Baking requires skill and separate equipment like oven. In baking, the food gets cooked by hot air. Basically, it is a dry heat method of cooking. But the action of the dry heat is combined with that of the steam which is generated while the food is being cooked. Foods baked are generally brown, crisp on the top and soft and porous at the center as in the cakes, pudding and bread. And in here the food prepared by the baking are custards, biscuits, pizza, bun, bread, cake, etc. When coming to the advantages of this, the flavor and texture are improved. Variety of dishes can be made. Uniform and bulk cooking can be achieved. Example, bun and bread. When coming to the only disadvantage, it needs a special equipment and skills. Next one is broiling or grilling. Here, the food is exposed to direct heat. Example, grilled sandwich, grilled chicken, etc. This consists of placing the food below or above or in between a red hot surface. When under the heater, the food is heated by the radiation only. Food cooked by grilling are corn, papads, brinjals, pulkas, sweet potatoes, etc. Barbecues are also made in this method. The advantages of this are, this is a quick method of course, less or no fat is required, flavor could be enhanced or improved. But here the constant attention is very much required to prevent charring. And the next medium of the cooking is the water. The methods are boiling, simmering and steaming. Water. This is the most common method of cooking. It includes boiling, simmering and steaming. When it comes to meat, fish, white meat, poultry and vegetables, wet heat is one of the best cooking method to use. In addition, water helps to extract the flavors of the food. Whether you are making coffee, tea or soup, none of it would be possible without water. In the beverages such as lemonade and cocoa, this is one of the medium for carrying flavors. While too much water will make the food bland, water is so much more than that. When a sauce or a soup gets too thick, water helps to thin it out. If the food becomes too watery, the surplus may often be evaporated by cooking it rapidly without a lid. In this, the very first one is the boiling. This is a cooking method by just immersing them in the water at 100 degrees Celsius and maintaining the water at the temperature till the food is being tender. Water is said to be boiling when large bubbles are seen rising constantly on the surface of the liquid and then breaking rapidly. are cooked by boiling. The food should be brought to a vigorous boiling first, and then the heat is turned down. And the violent boiling throughout tends to break the food. The food may be boiled in any liquid which is bubbling at the surface, such as a stock, milk, juices or syrups. Foods that are cooked by boiling are rice, eggs, dal, potato, meat and vegetables and so on. Boiling can be done with excess amount of water like eggs and potatoes, or with a sufficient amount of water like dal, upma, etc. The advantages of this are it is very most simple method. This does not require any special skills and equipments. The protein soluble starch can be removed and grain to separation, and the grains will be separated. The proteins will be denatured, starch will be gelatin and collagens are hydrolyzed. Uniform cooking can be done by this method. The only thing is there will be loss of nutrients and loss of color, loss of flavor and the texture. This is a little time consuming. In this method, as there is extensive loss of the heat soluble or heat liable nutrients, particularly if excess water is used for boiling. Loss of nutrients can be minimized by boiling the foodstuffs along with the skin or even covering with the lid. Next one is simmering. When foods are cooked in well-fitted lid at the temperature just below the boiling point, this is known as simmering. The temperature of the liquid should be 80 to 90 degrees Celsius in which they are immersed, and this process is known as simmering. It is very useful method when the foods have to cook for a longer time. Here the bubbles form slowly and collapse below the surface. Example, preparation of kheer, poaching of egg, etc. The advantages of this are food gets cooked thoroughly and burning is prevented. Losses due to the leaching is minimized. There is a loss of heat sensitive nutrients due to the longer period of cooking, and this takes more time as well as more fuel. The next one is the stewing. Stewing is a gentle method of cooking in a pan with a tight fitted lid, using small quantities of liquid to cover only half of the food. The food above the liquid is cooked by steam generated within the pan. The liquid is brought to a boiling point and then the heat is applied and it is reduced. Maintain the cooking at simmering temperature, that is 98 degrees Celsius. Stewing is a slow method of cooking taking from 2 to 4 hours depending on the nature as well as volume of the food being steamed. This method is generally used for cooking cheaper cuts of the meat along with the roots, vegetables and legumes, all put in the same cooking pot and cooked in the stock or the water. The larger cooking time and lower thing will be here, the fibers will become soft and easily digestible. The cooking of vegetables and other foods together will be attractive and delicious, and no liquid will be discarded, therefore it is nutritious. No leaching of nutrients takes place, flavor will be retained in here. Some of the examples are preparation of vegetable, meat, apple, stew, etc. So students, in this class we have gone through the principles of